guys is if you can please help me out and go hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate it. I'm going to be going on YouTube a lot more often these days. So, I'm going to be making a little wasp robot that I was finishing up last night. I'm going to finish it up now actually, and I'm going to make a little octopus to start. Glasses on. I'm going to use these really cool colors here. We got this ectoplasm green is what it's called, and this is called blue waves. They both have color shifting capabilities. Well, not color shifting. They strike into different colors rather than just looking like this. You see how they're a little different on the ends there? Once I put them in the flame, they'll look a little different than the stock color. Here, actually, I have an example. This just came off the little handle, but you see how that green has like that cool hue to it, like opalescent hue? That's the green that I just showed you. And now I'm going to make a whole octopus out of the green, and I'm going to add some of the blue to the bottom. And to start, I just put these two together. And I'm going to gather up the green into a nice little solid ball of glass. And to do that, I'm just going to heat it up. And I push it together as I go. See it? I'm like pushing it and it becomes a little clump of glass. I'm going to make a big clump of glass. And if you guys want, you can check out my Instagram. It's the same name, JT_Envisions. You can find my shop links there, my Shopify. I'm wondering if I can put that link on my live stream. I'm not sure. Gotta look that up. I probably can. Alright, see, now I have a nice little gather of glass there. That'll be like the head of the octopus. If you guys have any questions too, just let me know. I'll make sure to look up every couple of seconds and answer any questions you might have. I'd appreciate the like and subscribe too, as I'm new to YouTube. Definitely appreciate it. Alright, now, here, I actually did something wrong. I should have left a little bit of green on the end here. So let me just heat that up, and I'll pull it back down to the same diameter as this rod, just like that. Doesn't have to be exact, but I just want a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to heat it up over here. And I'm going to push it together a little faster than this other gather that I did. And that's because I'm going to form what's called a Maria. use that Maria to shape out the tentacles. See how it's nice, like, it's like a disc now? Use my marber to flatten it out. And then I'll take this end off. Now I can shape the tentacles. Alright, now I'm going to heat up that disc. And I'm going to mark all the spots where I want to cut the tentacles. Just like that. I got 3 spots marked. And I'll just do the same thing until I have 8 spots marked off, and then I can cut a slit into each one of those spots. 4, 7, 8. Now I've got 8 spots marked off. Gonna heat this back up. And then just cut all those slits. Doesn't have to be a big cut either. But as I do this, I'm also watching to make sure that each tentacle doesn't move and stick to the last one that I just cut, because that will happen sometimes. So if it does happen like that, I'll just go back and make another small little cut where they touched. And now I have 8 tentacles to work with. So what I'll do is heat each one up individually. What I'm going to do is stick this to it, this punty, and slowly pull the tentacle out. And I'll do that 8 times. Make a nice small flame, nice precise flame. They don't have to be like the exact same length for every single one, but usually by the end I'll end up taking a little off each one anyway. Plus I make them look all squiggly by the end, so you can't really tell that they're not all like exact. And before I pull the tentacle out, I'm actually waiting a second or two to let the tentacle cool down so it all pulls out evenly. Otherwise, if I pull too fast, watch what happens. It just thins out, right? So I'm gonna heat this up. I'm gonna touch this punty to it, let it cool for a second, and then when I hit the flame to it again, I'm only letting the flame hit the back of the tentacle, so the thickest part stays hot as I pull it out. It's really important to get a nice even tentacle. Otherwise it might be too tapered or might pull out unevenly and just look all wonky or whatever. You don't want that. Don't want that. Look realistic. I'm not going to be on for too long this afternoon. I got a graduation party to go to, so stay on as long as I can. Alright, so I'm going to heat up the whole head. Put a little more firepower into it. And once that all gets nice and like evened out, I'm only going to heat up the bottom here. Because it's a little too thick for my liking right here. And I'm going to let gravity take over as I turn it. And that'll pull it out a little. That'll pull out like the glass from the body a little bit. Now it's a little thinner in diameter down there. Put the tentacles out of my way. Now I can heat the whole thing up again. Let it droop backwards. Just like this. Just holding it still. Now it looks like an octopus. I'll heat up the back of the head a little bit more after I do that, so there's no creases or anything. And now we can add the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to do some white. That just popped off. Bring it a little closer. To get the eyes on, I just put two little dots. One. appreciate you guys being in here and watching though too. Oh, I thought we had. Oh, yeah, we do have 2 people in here. Okay. So different from TikTok. I usually have 100 to 200 viewers in my TikTok streams. It's all good though. We all gotta start from scratch sometimes. I'm actually not starting from scratch either. I mean, I'm getting on the 500 subscriber mark. I think we're at 235. I didn't start from 0. I've been on YouTube for a little bit. Just, I don't really go live on here ever. Until now. Alright, anyway. I'm taking my little hand torch and I'm carefully melting in the white dots. So I don't boil them. Okay. And I'm gonna go with some blue. Nice blue color. I'll add smaller dots to the eye this time. This color isn't as sensitive as the white, and the white's already melted in, so I can use just my torch to kind of just melt these in real quick. I don't have to whip out the hand torch. And then I'll put 2 little black dots to the pupils. And I usually take my glasses off to do this kind of thing. I'll melt those little dots in now. And then after I melt those in, I'm going to put some clear lenses on them. So I'll get a little gather of clear. Make sure my eye is nice and hot. Just stick a little glob of clear on there. Take away what you don't need. Or you can leave it all on there, depending on how big you want your eyes to be. The other side now. Now the eyes are lensed. Let that cool down for a second so you can see. a filter, not camera. Alright, and then I'm just going to add some dots to the back of the head. Sometimes I melt them in, sometimes I leave them kind of spiky. Really depends on how I'm feeling. And I just put them down in random spots. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave them a little spiky. Not spiky, I like just not fully melted in, so it has a bit of texture to it. Alright. Now, just gonna add a little more to the back. My links are in my bio over there too. And I make all different types of stuff. I don't post everything everywhere, but I post most of what I make on Instagram. Like most of the different things. Okay, let's just let that even out. Just gonna get this melted in. Make sure there's no creases or anything. And now we can shape the tentacles. And all I do for that is get them nice and hot. And just play around with it. This is my favorite part. Boom. And I'll put this in my Shopify later on. So it's pretty cool. You guys can like watch me on my live streams, and after they're done, you can purchase the items that I make. So it's not like you're just seeing how something's made. You know how something's made, how it was made, and you can get it for yourself. So that's why I like doing this kind of stuff. Pretty fun. take this off. Just going to take the bottom off here. Flatten it out. Now I just take my tweezers. Give it a little knock. Just heat up that little spot. Take any clear glass off that stayed on after I stuck that. That you will be able to see that if you don't take that off. I'll just melt that in. Boom, we got a little octopus pendant. Now you can put that on a chain and you can wear it, or you can put that on a desktop and just kind of like have it chilling. But it's really, really cool. Two colors, green and blue. Funky little eyes. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna working on is my little robot that I've been putting together. Little robot bee. Wasp, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm just going to attach the end of this sword here to a punty. Okay. And I got like, it's like alien space tech like design on there. Whatever you want to call it. Got to put a little nub on the handle here. That looks gross. Like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. Trying to be an educational glassblower on here, so if you like what you're seeing, I'd appreciate any likes. Trying to help me out with the algorithm and everything. Damn, I don't have one like yet. That's crazy. No one can throw me a like out there. It's all good. a little more to that. Who's gonna hit me with that first light? Come on. No likes is insane. Guess I'm getting no likes. Okay. Thanks for being here, though. I tried. Alright. See, I put a little nub on there. Now I can attach it to the little hand. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Making this sick little droid robot bee, or wasp, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to call it wasp, but I keep saying bee for some reason. I'm going to flash it, make sure it's all nice and hot to the core. Whenever you're working with solid glass, you want to make sure that that core stays nice and hot. It's not just about the surface. Because you can let this cool and then you think you get it all hot because the surface looks hot. And then you take it away and you hear that little tink sound that no one likes to hear. Just takes a second. I don't want to get it too hot though. There's a reason for that. You get it like super, super hot just to heat it up. That usually starts to leave behind like scuzz marks and stuff, and you don't want that. So I'm going to heat up the hand. I'm going to heat up the little nub here. And I got to do this pretty fast because if I don't, those fingers are going to melt in. Which wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but it would just be annoying to have to redo it. Okay, I got the sword on there. I'll position the sword how I like it in a minute. For now, I'm just worried about getting it sealed on. This is a pretty intricate seal, so I gotta get real up in there with my little torch. I gotta flash the piece again. I'm also gonna flash that seal that I just made because it's not fully melted in yet, so I can risk cracking that if I let that cool too fast right now. I am about 5 hours into this piece. This will probably take me like 6 to 7 to complete. Don't know if I'll finish it right now. I gotta go around 5 p.m. So I'm trying to get a move on, but I also don't want to rush this because I love how this is coming out. So I don't want to do anything that'll take away from that. Find the right angle. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is like, I don't want to get the yellow on the hand too hot because I risk boiling it. But I also, I'm trying to like zap the clear over there, like inside the hand, because the clear will melt really fast and seal up to the yellow. But it's like a really, it's clear versus a really sensitive color, so it's really It's hard to maneuver sometimes. I gotta get my flame super small. Yeah, just like that. I'm going back and forth on the top and bottom because I'm letting the yellow colors soak in the heat. So every time I go back to it, the yellow is already like hot and prepared to melt with the clear. Instead of just trying to zap it all at once in one motion, I'll go back and forth, and that helps it melt together. I just want to reassure everybody, I am not a master glass blower or anything. Sometimes I might say stuff that's wrong. I do what I think is right, I say what I think is right with how I do things. So, if there's ever anybody saying I do something stupid or wrong, either they're right, maybe they're wrong, I don't know. I just do what works for me. At the end of the day, if a piece comes out the way I wanted it to, I'd say I did it right. That looks sick, dude. Look at that. And I'll just adjust the hands, the fingers. Oh, my tweezers. Okay, let's get the fingers wrapped around it so it looks proper. Might have to add some more color. I might have a piece of black. I did. Flash the head again, make sure that's not a crack on me. You'll see how many times I have to keep going back and flashing the piece. That's why this stuff can take a little while to complete. A bunch of different things between each move. Sometimes you notice other things between a move and you're like, oh, I gotta go fix that. That looks good. What's up, Mel? Finally, we got someone talking in here. I'm going on for another like 30 minutes. I got a graduation party to go to, so I can't stay on, but finishing up this robot from last night. I just made an octopus too. Oh, that's sick. It lets you know when I go live. That's awesome. Love that. That's going to be very helpful. Tonight I'm gonna go on TikTok for like an hour, maybe an hour or two, and then we're gonna come back over to YouTube. That's awesome. Well, that kind of settles it for me. I'm staying on here. Plus, the cool thing about YouTube is they post my live after every live, and the views from that with ad revenue and stuff, I can actually make money like while those just sit there, unlike TikTok. So it's pretty sweet. Alright, I'm just gonna move the sword a little bit to the right. Honestly, I like calling myself a YouTuber more than a TikToker, so that would be nice. Oh damn, I forgot to put a little bit of more detail on the shoulders and stuff, but I can always do that after. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Talking to myself. Alright, I'm actually going to pop this in the kiln for a second. I should let this heat back up evenly. Well, look at that. That's so dope. That is so sick. I love the sword. That green color is just... It literally looks like it's enchanted or something. It's so cool. Okay. Quick 2-second break. Get that heat back up. And this is awesome. TikTok, I don't have to worry about getting kicked off of YouTube for inactivity, I don't think. Not that I want to walk away, but I don't have to worry about walking away and like I would go to the bathroom and have to run back down here, you know? Yeah. A fireball going through what? What do you mean? Are you talking to me? I feel like I'm not in this conversation. What is happening? Like, what? What was that? Yeah. It does, it does. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Oh. I know what I can do. Shoot. These things on. Damn, I can't see shit. Pop a little hole. So when I do that, I blow it that thin because I can grab it like this and keep twisting, and then it'll eventually just open up on its own. Because it gets too thin to stay together. Get that little spot. What is that, little sunglasses? Okay, now I'll put another handle on this side. Oh man. Hey, we got a like. Finally. Oh wait, let me put the filter on so you guys can see what the hell's going on. Kind of see what's going on. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'm going to be doing this almost every day, guys. If you want to learn about glass blowing, or you just want to see an artist develop over time, I'd appreciate it. I'm the same name on every platform as well, JC Envisions. So you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Would love a subscribe here if you guys could, and on Facebook too. I have a Shopify if you guys want to check out what I have for sale. Yeah, and this is one of my customers, repeat customers right here. Now I'm just gonna heat this up. I'm gonna pull it down to a smaller diameter. Before I do that, I'm gonna get the whole thing nice and hot, but I'm not just gonna laser it and pull it down. I'm going to get it hot, and I'm going to let the whole thing sit for a second. Really soak up that heat. Then we're going to go back in. And now it'll take the heat even faster. So the inside walls are nice and hot. Slowly pull as I twist, as I rotate, not twist. even out that little end on the left side here. I'm going to let this side cool. Then I can go back in over here. I'll get it hot a little bit where I want it to, let that soak up again. I'll hit it right on the same exact spot. I'll do that one more time, let it soak it up. And the reason I'm doing that is so the handle doesn't get too hot and start moving on me. That clear right there definitely wants to heat up faster than this stiff purple color. And this color is called Purple Herbal. Now I'm just going to split it up. Diamond shoes. And I do that because I want to check how thick it is. It's not as thick as I want it to be. So I'll condense both of these down, and I need them to be half this length anyway, so the fact that they're like half the thickness of what I want, when I condense this down, it'll be a lot thicker on the on the wall weight. Right here, that's called the wall weight, like the wall thickness of the glass. Wall thickness, wall weight, what was I saying? Did I say wall weight? It's wall thickness, not wall weight. Take the B back out, we keep working on it. got like 10 more minutes I gotta go. Center that out. And all I'm doing to do that is I'm looking at my left handle. I'm making sure this rotates even with that handle. As close as you can get it. Flash before I start working on the bottom. Make sure to get the top of the head here. flash it. See how bright and yellow that was for a second? I didn't like that. I gotta make sure it stays nice and warm. So I'll flash it right now, and then I'll let it soak. And I'll flash it again. Okay, I'll see you later, Mel. It's pretty much the same size. The pendant, it's like this size. Okay, that's good. Before I get off, anybody that's in here, if you could please like or subscribe, I really appreciate it. I do this every day. I come on live every day. You guys can watch me all the time. And if you subscribe, you'll get notified about it. I'm going to add the little joints for the legs now. I'll probably have to finish this up on my next stream, guys. But thank you for watching. These are my last little two moves here, and then I gotta go. But I will be on later. If you want to get notified about me going on later, just hit the subscribe button, and you should get a notification from what I'm told. Flash. Now I'm just making sure they both have the same amount of glass. This one has a little less than that side. So to add a little more. And I'll be done for now, but I'll finish this up later for you guys on my next live stream. So if you guys could like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and you'll get a notification later. I do all of my art myself. I sell it, I ship it, it's all me. So if you're looking for a custom piece, or you're just looking to see how you want to get something from me, just hit me up on Instagram, or I don't know if you guys can get me on YouTube. I don't know how that works, but yeah, I'm on all other social platforms too. Same name, JT Envisions. Instagram is where I do most of my business, but I do have a Shopify on my Instagram in my bio if you guys want to take a look at what I got. I make all different types of stuff, guys. And right now I'm making one of my, I love making like nature and robots, right? So I combine the two, and I'm making a wasp robot, like droid, with a sword and everything. And I brought back this droid series because my best friend was like, you know, he loved that, and he's like, those were so sick, you should really make those again. And I thought he was right, so I started making them, and everybody seems to like them. And my sculpting background comes from making like Pokemon and anime and stuff. So making original artwork and having it sell is a really good feeling. People love these too. I call these lion fangs, and they're a really simple accessory. I have one available on my Shopify right now, and it's a really, really nice blue color. You should definitely go check that out. It's only $40. I gotta get rid of this. That yellow boiled on me a little bit, so I gotta take it off. Put a little more back on. Okay, that's melted in. That's the last thing I'm doing right now. I just gotta fix something up here real quick. that's it for now, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you didn't subscribe already, I'd appreciate it if you could. I had a filter on there so you guys could see, so that's the actual color. But yeah, guys, check me out on all my platforms: Instagram, social media, TikTok, Facebook, JT Envisions. It's all the same name. Check out my Spotify, and I'll be back on later to finish this up. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification when I come on later. And you can ask me any questions you guys want in the chat. So later on, yeah, show up. You can ask me questions about the process, how long I've been doing this, what makes me do this, all this stuff. I know I get those questions all the time. I do all this stuff myself, like all my work and everything. Got some work back here on the shelf. This is a sick little teapot that I made. It's got dope little hummingbirds on there. Lid comes off. Nice handle. There's a little honeybee underneath the leaf there and everything. And this is all made by hand. This isn't a mold or anything. This is all hand shaped. Hand sculpted birds and everything. Here's another piece that I made recently. That's a lion in the middle there. I did like a cool Venetian style mixed with some of my sculpting, like, you know, my imagination. I put like vines underneath there with leaves. And I know lions don't live in the jungle, but I called this piece King of the Jungle. And that's why I put vines on it. But this glass with these markings, or these, you know, bumps, whatever you want to call them, the lines, it's called, oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Scallop tubing. So this is made out of scalloped tubing. All hand sculpted, handmade. And there's more where that came from. I also make marbles too. Those are all individually placed dots, one after another. And there's multiple layers of it too. So yeah, check out my Instagram, guys. That's where you can find the link to all my social medias, my Shopify, everything. But I gotta go for now. I'll see you guys tonight. Thanks for being here.